Many years ago, back in the early 1990s, I was an avid bicyclist. I rode competitively and raced, but I also toured and explored this beautiful state of Georgia. During an organized ride, I traveled through Fitzgerald and was astounded by the historic charm of this southwest Georgia town. I vowed to someday come back when there was more time to explore. As fate would have it, I returned to Fitzgerald with Jim Garvey for this story. It was a great experience, and thanks to some good friends who were locals, we had a wonderful time. Within the old railroad depot resides the Blue and Gray Museum. It was here that we met with director Aaron Benefield, who gave us a history lesson of the town.
Well, P.H. Fitzgerald was the founder of Fitzgerald. He was a Union veteran during the Civil War, and after the Civil War began working as a pension attorney. And as a pension attorney for Union veterans, he got to see the horrible conditions that they were experiencing after the Civil War. Farms were being foreclosed on, harsh winters and poor crop prices were driving them into foreclosures and money issues. The weathers were terrible for old battle wounds. So he devised a plan to help these aging Union veterans out after the war. So he founded the American Tribune Colony Company. His idea was to have these Union veterans pool together their financial resources through buying stock in a company that could then purchase land down south where the climate was better, the growing season was better, where they could actually own where they lived rather than owing it to a mortgage to a bank, to get them away from these harsh climates so that they could have a better life. And that's what became the foundation of the city of Fitzgerald.
That historic foundation has been proudly remembered in this town. Later during the same day, Sherry Butler told us about her recent memories.
The main thing, my earliest memories of downtown Fitzgerald are actually associated with the excitement when they had the Civil War centennial. That was a big deal. And some of the women here and the mayor got behind having some kind of program here because this is where people came together, they said, after the war. And this is the end of the war. So it became the focal point, the end point of Georgia's celebration of the centennial. And everybody came here. They even had a battle reenactment out at the airport. No battle was ever fought here, but people came from Arkansas pulling cannons. And I mean, it was wild. And they had an outdoor drama, which a lot of towns did back then. And a very mythical version of the history of the town, and held in the park. And you'd go out at night and sit under the pines and see people you knew dressed up in fancy clothes and makeup and singing and all that, and it was a lot of fun. And I think it probably, if they didn't accomplish anything else, that generation of children knew something about the history of the town that maybe other generations hadn't bothered to know. And it made history important in the town.
Fitzgerald had been a great trip. I'll be back again, this time, hopefully much sooner.